All my life, I've downplayed myself. I've lowered my standards and I've accepted emotional sharpness rather than emotional closeness. I've basically lived my life understanding that in order to have friends, you have to always be sarcastic in certain situations, laugh it off, say something crazy about their outfit, and, have a blast. She's back. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Hello. It's been ages. It's been ages. I've been going through a whole process, a whole thing. If you're new here, my name is Fatu. I am a content creator slash podcaster. I have a podcast with my best friend Yasmin called Akhira, the Silent Path, where we talk about Islam, we talk about mental health, we talk about how to battle all those struggles. If you want to go follow it, listen to it, hear it, it's going to be in my bio all the time. I even think I'm going to put the link in my description all the time. It's there. And that is also the reason why I took a big break from YouTube. I feel like a lot of people here, or there's going to be new people here that are probably going to be like, Fatu, since when were you on YouTube? It's been 2 years since I've last posted a video. And I archived all my videos only because like I wasn't really prepared. I just came here, no script, no nothing, talking to a camera, saying n'importe quoi. So I feel like I had to I had to get myself together before I talk to a camera again. Like literally, if I'm gonna be honest with you, my mic broke the minute I was setting up everything. Like this is not a prop. This was gonna be the mic I was gonna use today, and it just broke. And you see, I think that's a sign that I should just go. So I'm just gonna take. Anyway, no, I'm back, and I think I'm gonna take it serious this time because this is something I always wanted to do for a long time. But I'm always talking to myself. I'm always journaling things. I have a lot to say, yet it's never to the world. Like you guys never hear it. My friends always hear it. My journal always hears it. My Substack always hears it. But I feel like it's some things that needs to be out there that people need to hear because we all undergo certain situations that are very similar that we kind of need the advice on. You understand? And maybe I just need a vent. Like maybe I just need to talk to people again, to just get it all out there. So this is exactly why I wanted to come back. And I feel like I can come back with my favorite topic. We're gonna start over with the series. It is that deep. This is a series about little things that people think isn't deep, but is deep. But it's serious. There's a lot of things that we all undergo, and a lot of people think it tends to be just small issues, but it's those small issues that build up into a bigger problem. So the first episode of It Is That Deep is about emotional closeness versus emotional sharpness. Well, I always felt downplayed. Always felt like there were times where my voice wasn't heard as much, or when it is heard, it was not taken seriously. And don't you ever undergo certain or similar situations where you feel like your voice was not being taken seriously, and not by strangers, but by people the closest to you? So, this is about genuine friendships and how to let go of friendships that do not fit your standards or does not hold any, and I mean any, emotional maturity. And I'm saying the only reason it fits into the category is not that deep because it's the simple things like when you're making or when you're asking a question. And I saw this on TikTok. When you're asking a question like, "Hey, aren't you working today?" And they're like, "Nah, I'm not working today." Like, obviously I'm working. Like, why are you asking me? Da, da, da. The passive aggressive remarks. You understand? It's when you quote something and they're like, "Oh, look at you, the little bookworm." Da, 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 da. It's when you are constantly being judged, constantly being picked on by your own close friends just by being you. And it gets to a point because it's like we all want to have friendships that feel like the honeymoon phase. I feel like it's polite, it's kind. Because at first, we don't just go rush to these friendships and you see them, they're like this, and you just go into that's not what happens. Obviously, friendships start with the base kindness. It's always like a hello, your outfit was cute today. What's your name? Or it's a nice compliment you get. It's a coffee date, it's something, and it's nice and it's calm, and you wish that the friendship stayed there. However, then it starts to escalate. It starts to get a little bit careless, where they said something about your outfit that didn't really sit right with you. They said something about your hijab that didn't really sit right with you. They commented on your unemployment, or they commented on your grades. They commented on something that hurt you. Yet we don't say anything. We don't speak up. We let it pass because we're friends. It's what we do. But it's that exact phrase that has a lot of friendships derail from this whole genuine positive thing to, I don't think we're on the same level. You understand? There's a lot of things that we just let go, just let pass because this is our friends, we love them. But it's those exact things that can kind of make us feel lesser than we are in the end. Because the more you lower yourself to fit their standards, the more you allow yourself to get picked on, singled out, I guess. That's when you are making yourself the tiny little bean in the giant beanstalk. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't allow yourself to become smaller than you are, because you are this big person. We are this great, big, cute, amazing, awesome person. And we shouldn't let remarks like that, where they make you feel down, make us down. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like communication is the key, is the base, but also there is also understanding. Understanding that some of these things aren't just, oh, we're just teasing, or oh, it's just a game, or oh, this is, we're friends, we do this, girl. Like, don't worry about it. If you communicated that you don't like what they said, yet they continue to still say it because it's something that they do when they're friends like that, and it doesn't sit right with you, then it's not something you do. It's not something you're okay with. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's go back to the honeymoon phase thing that I was talking about. It's about when friendships are polite, when they're gentle. That's to spend time without tearing others down. Like, spend that time doing something, painting your nails, reading Quran, setting up your goal, understanding life. What did you do today? The activities you want to do with each other, rather than using that time to put each other down. The only reason I bring this up is because I've come from a place like that. Not even like, this was not even too long ago, where I felt like a dog in a cage, and I wrote a poem about this actually. It's like feeling lesser than I am, as if I'm not a person capable of saying no. And there's so much importance in the phrase of saying, like the word of saying no, because it's something that I've struggled with my whole entire life. Saying no. Like, if someone was to tell me to do something, I would hesitate, of course, because probably it's something that I don't want to do. Yet I will still say yes, or I will still do it, because what? I'm scared of the word no. Only because I'm scared of the consequences that happen when I say no. I feel like I'm going to be looked at as like a titan, or as like a mean person, because I refuse to do something I don't want to do. And I feel like that definitely developed with trauma, with past things that happened with me, but it also developed with that also came from the place in the relationship and where my friendship stands with that person. If I'm not capable of being myself and putting myself first in that friendship, what makes it seem that that friendship is meant for me? You understand? Like, if I feel like every single time I speak up about something, and I know that that friend will make it seem like it's a debate 24/7, why stay? Why continue? And in Islam, it tells us to speak softly, it tells us to speak gently, to be kind with each other, to not even like not even joke in a way where it's tearing the other person down. It talks about guarding the tongue, like making sure you don't say such ill remarks, not even curses. It talks about speaking gently. About a conversation that you had that was genuinely remarkable, that you didn't have to talk about a person, that you didn't have to tease the other person, that you didn't have to talk about all your mistakes, that you didn't have to, I don't know, put yourself down or dumb yourself down in order for the conversation to keep flowing. What was that conversation like? what was that topic? And then you, whatever it was, use that topic in all your conversations, maybe, or um, create new ones where you're not doing all of those five things, the judging, the teasing, the tearing yourself down, the dumbing yourself down for the topic to run smoothly. It doesn't have to be that way. Never has to be that way. You do not have to dumb yourself down in order for others to like you, or in order for your friend to like you, or in order to keep the conversation going. We're capable of having conversations beyond that, you know? We're capable of having mature conversations where we don't have to be talking about the other person or another person. In the Hadith Sahih al Bukhari, it says, a good word is charity. You're gaining blessings from good speech, from constantly having good manners and good mannerisms and being good. Why put that down because you're trying to lower your standards or you're trying to meet someone where you're not at? Like, you can be at the high scale. And I'm not trying to say that people are better than others. No, I'm more so trying to say that, like, if your maturity is here and you don't know that that person really isn't there yet, or that person is at a place where they have to tear others down in order to bring themselves up, don't go down with them. You understand? Like, why would you want to go down the scale? Why would you want to derail yourself on the scale because you're trying to fit in? This is a big realization that emotional closeness is far more better than emotional sharpness, and having to be constantly sharp to each other, or having to be constantly judgmental or teasing and things like this. I feel like the most special bonds, or the most greatest bonds made, are the ones where every conversation feels like you're just throwing love bombs at each other. And I'm not to say it's to be weird or like constantly tell your friend you love them, you love them. I mean, that's also good as well. But I'm more saying that, like, every conversation is just gentle. It's like a wave. It's like being at the beach, you know? Like chilling. Like, okay, saying that you don't want to constantly have this teasing friendship where we're constantly just bashing each other, that's okay to say. Because I would hate to come home and be bashed 24/7, or to call you and we're constantly bashing each other. And not in like an argument way where it's an actual argument, but more so like it's just what we do. I hate that. Like, I would not want to come to that. And it's only because I came from a past where I constantly had remarks like that, where I constantly felt bashed and felt lesser than I am. And imagine, I still do. Like, sometimes I still feel lesser than I am. And to just have someone else tell me that, even if they're joking, it won't help that. It won't help me. It won't help my feelings with to myself if you're also saying it, even though you're joking. You understand? So I feel like we can always have a boundary there. If I say that I want to have a friendship genuinely where we're stuck in the honeymoon phase, or we're stuck in a phase where we're just kind to each other, I'm allowed to have that because it's what I want. It's what my standards are. And if they're too high for someone to reach, then they're just not on my level yet. You understand? And that's okay. That's fine. You didn't meet me there yet, and that's okay. In fact, I'll wait. I'll wait. I'm not to say that I'm high or I'm better or da da da. No, like, obviously I have my faults too. I came from a place where I was the person who was doing the taunting. I'm not gonna lie, like, there's still days where we do taunting and things, but it's like small, it's minimum. But I choose to not do it so much because I know I don't like it. And if I don't like it, I'm not going to do something I don't like to someone else because I know how it feels. However, not every friendship style fits everyone. It's not to say that the friendships who do think that bashing and all the sarcastic remarks and the passive aggressiveness is okay for them, then okay, that's cool for you guys. Do you. It's not that deep. But like I said, that's just my way. I feel like it's best to just have this closeness, just have this emotional maturity, to have conversations that are just chill, that are just vibing. Yeah. I'm tired of friendships with no balance. I don't want relationships where I'm always bracing myself, or I'm always gonna be like, okay, I said something, she's probably gonna bash me for this because it was such a stupid question. Da, da, da. I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel like when I ask questions, I feel like I'm gonna get bash because it's a stupid question. No, sometimes we do have easy questions that we want to ask. It's okay. We thought about it. It's a question. Answer it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be bashed. You don't have to bash me for asking a question. You don't have to bash me for the way I think things, for the things I like, for the things I do, because that's me. That's the things I like. That's the things I like to do. That's who I am. And to be bashed for it, especially from a close friend like that, of course it hurts. Of course it affects me. Of course it tears me down because you're using what I like to do to make fun of me, but yet to you it's okay. So this looks like I'm drinking this, but I hope this video made sense. But in the end, my advice to you, my sincere advice, is to cut the friendships that make you feel lesser than you are, and to just have genuine friendships where every conversation feels like ocean waves, feels relaxing and calming for you, and not like you have to constantly tease to get by. You understand? That is the whole base of this episode. For it is not that deep. Um, thank you for watching. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so scared for the editing. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Thank you so much for watching.